My name is Neil and today I'll be explaining how to use Google Sheets. So here's my rubric and I've listed the things that I felt like I exceeded in. Here's my spreadsheet example, which I use to describe everything. So over here I have data of different countries, the percent of population below the poverty line, and the GDP per capita in American dollars. So this is an example of inputting, organizing, and formatting data in a spreadsheet. Now I'm going to be creating a graph with this. How you would do that is you would highlight this, and then you would click Insert, and then Chart. And I got this type of chart, but you can get any type you want. But for this, I feel like a scatter plot would be most appropriate. So here you have a scatter plot and you can customize it and do different things that you would like to do. So here's a trend line, also called the line of best fit, which would show that there's a negative correlation between the percent of population below the poverty line and the GDP per capita. Next, I'm going to be moving on to Lucidchart. Now, Lucidchart is part of an add-on which helps you organize data and create different types of charts that you wouldn't normally be able to create in Spreadsheet. So over here I have a practice doc for that. So how to use Lucidchart. You have to first go into add-ons here and then click get add-ons, and Lucidchart will download it. It won't work on your school account, but you could download it on an external account like I did. And then after you've done that, you can download it and open it up on the side over here. And you can create any type of graph you want. So I just have a quick example of a flow chart. And you can get a diagram preview and then insert it. And it'll put it into the spreadsheet over here. Now it's really big. Wait. And you could display any type of data you want. Next, I'll be showing you how to paint text boxes. So you would just click this and it would allow you to customize text boxes, and this is for the text itself. Now these four options over here allow you to bold, italicize, use strike through, or change the font or text color. This is the type of font and this is the font size over here. This is how to align your text. You could have it in the middle, to the right side or to the left side, and this is to align the text in the middle, top, or bottom. I'll get onto this type of wrapping over here. So how to edit text boxes. So you can overlap it like this text, and you can do that through these three options over here. You can either clip it, wrap it, or overflow it. And overflow would just mean that it would go through multiple cells like this. Next, linking objects. So you can link objects either inserting a link over here or double click it and you could add a link like that. And I've linked it to a tutorial on how to use Google Sheets. Then we have how to get help. So you click the help button over here, search for whatever you want, and there's also a function list which tells you the different functions in Google Sheets. And you also have a keyboard shortcuts list like Control or Command C and Command V to control and paste. To copy and paste. Over here we have alternating colors. It's just to have a better or a more appealing spreadsheet. You can click on Format and then alternating colors, and you can have whatever style you want. I've done it over here already. And then to share sheets, you click this button over here and you can share it with people you would like to with. This allows you to comment, and these are just your notifications. And this can allow your document editors to see your history for the file, so whatever you edited. Now let's say you want to create a forms on Google Sheets. So you want a survey, then you would click insert and then form over here. And if I do that, it should create another forms list at the bottom over here. And whatever responses you get, you'll get them, and it'll also tell you what time the each person sent their response. Now, if you want to make a graph, or let's say you've made a graph, but you want to take it to other platforms. So this is platform sharing, I guess. You can copy the chart, or you can download it as PNG or PDF. So let's say I download it as PNG, and then I could take it over here. So insert graph for how data on percent of population below poverty and how that affects their GDP per capita. So now I have a graph here on Google Docs, which is another platform, and you can do it to slides as well. Then after, let's say you want to work offline because you don't have any internet connection, then you click File, and then you click Make Available Offline, and it would do so. Now, let's say you want to find the average or sum or difference of a set of numbers, then you would highlight the numbers that you want to find the sum or average for. Then you would click Insert, and then Functions, which would allow you to find the sum, average, count, max, and minimum. And over here you have more info. Let's say you want to add specific things, or you want to get information about things, then you have it under here. There's a lot of different things that you can learn about and use for your specific task. So let's say I want to find the sum of these numbers. I would click sum, and it's 52,000 like it says there. Okay. Now there's something called freeze in Google Sheets. To use this option, you click view and then freeze, and you can click whatever rows you want to freeze. So if you would go down or to the right, that row or column would stay there. So let's say I clicked one row. This top row is going to stay wherever I go. So look, I went all the way to 128, and the top row is still there, the topics. And I can go back, and yeah, I can now unfreeze it. Okay, and then we have an example. So I've created an example of a spreadsheet calendar, which I also use for my trash bot, like the robot that I'm creating. And here it is. So this is the March calendar, which shows whatever I did during this time. And I learned a lot of coding, and yeah, I've created a crane as well with this coding, and it's on my YouTube channel, which I have attached in my learning, in my OLG map. And let's say you want to insert images, then you would click insert, and then images right here, but you should click image over cells, because if you just click image in cell, it'll be a very tiny picture. And if you click image over cells, then an example of that would be this picture right here, and that's what you want. So let's say you want to insert notes as well, because you have some specific info about something and you don't want to put in the cell, then you could just type whatever info you want. I don't know, images and notes. So I've done that, and now every time I click on it, the notes are going to come up for it. And it's specified through this triangle at the top right. Then we have Slicer, which is a powerful new way to filter data in pivot tables, and it makes it easy to change values in pivot tables and charts. So I'll be talking about what a pivot table is later. and it's extremely useful when building dashboards in Google Sheets. So to do this, you click Data, then Slicer, and let's say I want to assign it to this data over here. Then I could click Slicer, and I want to assign it to sale price. So now this changes to sale price right over here, and it just keeps your information really organized, I guess. And then we have a pivot table. It lets you analyze large data and narrow down large data sets to see the relationships between data points. It also summarizes data, making it easier to understand all the information contained in your spreadsheet. So I've already made a pivot table. To do this, you would click Data and then Pivot Table over here, and you would choose the destination of it, so in a new sheet or existing sheet, and you would all do it to the highlighted data. So I did it for this sale price, and if I go to pivot table number 1, then it has some random info over here. It has the steps, but you could also do it to other data that you would like to use. And that's it for Google Sheets. Thank you.